Yo, what's going down, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, man. As you guys know, the 2K23 My Team dev blog did come out, and it was announced that we do have our first level 40 card being Scottie Pippen. With that being said, Scottie Pippen, y'all know what we've done on this channel before. If you guys have not seen on my channel, I'll go ahead and explain it. So we basically, before 2K23, before we even knew Scottie Pippen was the level 40, we came up with our own level 40s and designed some of the cards. This kind of gives it away a little bit, but you know, we created this Ja Morant, gave him his own stats. We did this J.R. Smith, gave him his own stats, made his own card art. We don't have to do that anymore. So we kind of have a basis of reference. We have this Tis the Season Scottie Pippen from this past year, so we'll kind of base his stats around this card, but also kind of base it around this Carmelo as well, because as you can see, this Scottie Pippen, which is interesting to see, he has 2,900 attributes. This Carmelo had 2,873. So we'll probably kind of have like a mix between this and this Scottie Pippen. Again, I'm sorry that it's not like it's mad bright. I know most people do like dark mode, but Google Sheets is not allowed for that, and that's what we're doing it on, so I do apologize for that. We got the spreadsheet ready, we got the numbers ready to go, and we'll go ahead and get into creating this Scottie Pippen. So first things first, obviously one of the most important things for Scottie Pippen is going to be his defense. So I think that's a perfect place to start, chat. And I think that Scottie Pippen is going to have a 96 perimeter defense. So the fact that he has a 96 perimeter defense, I think they're going to make it to where you either are going to have to run a coach or obviously put a shoe on him to get, you know, his full 99 perimeter defense. But I think that's still pretty good for a level 40. Obviously, he's a small forward, power forward, so I think they're going to gas his interior a bit. I think we see like a 78. That's something I think is pretty smooth. So speed, I think that his speed is going to be a 90. I think he's going to be super quick, especially at the 3 and the 4. Going to be crazy speed for him on it. So kind of the same thing with acceleration. I think we see like an 88 acceleration, not 87, 88. Vertical doesn't really matter as much for a Scottie, but I just wish he didn't play power forward. I wish he played the 2, because if he could play the 2, he'd be really good, and vertical might actually matter for him. So not really gonna gas it too much. I think we're gonna go with a smooth little 70 for him right there. Strength, he's gonna have a decent amount of strength. I don't want to gas him up too much because I don't want the total attributes to be too high, so we'll go 75, maybe 80 if we want to have some wiggle room later. Stamina doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna go with 90. Same thing with hustle, doesn't really matter. Those are hustle and like passing vision, pass IQ, intangibles, everything like that. That's something that 2K uses to manipulate the overall, so we can also use that to our advantage as well. Yeah, hustle doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna put it at a 70 just so that we have some wiggle room later on. Help, defense, IQ, I think they're gonna put that pretty high since he was a great defender. Same thing with the lateral quickness. I think we do 94 lateral quickness. That might be a little bit too gas. We're probably gonna have to move that down later on, but we'll see about that. Pass perception, I think I'll just do that at 90 as well. Steal, we'll probably put that at a 96. Put his block at a 80. Defensive consistency, we'll put that at 90. So now that they did make Scottie Pippen be able to play small forward and power forward, I think they're actually going to make his rebounding pretty solid, and I think what that means is going to be 80s across the board. I think that's something that we can kind of, you know, that's middle of the road, you know what I'm saying? It's not too gas, but it's good enough to make you want to grind for a level 40 card. If we were looking at this Carmelo Anthony from season 1 of 2K22, he has 70 intangibles and 96 potential. So that's pretty much what we're gonna roll with Scottie Pippen. So let's go ahead and put that in. Now, those are two values that are not gonna change. Now, next important thing, like Monson was saying in the chat, shout out to my boy Pure Monson, man. Appreciate y'all for being in the chat. But he was saying, you know, Scottie Pippen is a point forward, so we're gonna have to give him good ball handle. But I think what they're gonna do is good. They're gonna go take the same route as like the perimeter defense, right? So what I mean by that is they're probably giving like an 82 or 83 ball handle. I'm gonna go with 82 so that you have to have the highest shoe boost to put on him. You have to at least run a coach for him to get that 86 threshold for the ball handle. They may go even as 80, but me personally, I'm going with 82. All right, speed with ball. I don't think they're gonna gas that too much. Maybe like 86. I put 865. Lord Jesus. If he had 865 speed with ball, we would be in trouble, my boys. Passing accuracy, he was a point forward, so I think they'll make it like we guessed a lot of his other stats, so I'll put 75 just to be on the safe side. Same thing with passing vision and pass IQ. I'll go 75, so we can have some more wiggle room later on. And as you guys can see, there's not a lot of red categories, and I think he's going to be a really well-rounded card. This might be kind of hard to make him balanced. Next important thing I think is going to be for the shooting. I think they're going to make his three-pointer pretty high, but not too high. So like, for example, this Scottie Pippen had an 85 three-pointer. This was a diamond in around Christmas time, drop Christmas Eve. So I think to make him a little more appeasing, they'll probably make it a little bit closer to 90. I don't know if they're going to make it 90, but I'm going to go with 89. Right there under the 90 threshold. I think they'll give him that. Same thing with mid-range, probably like an 85, and then shot close like an 80. 82. I think that's solid. I think that's cool. I think that's good enough for people to want to be like, hey, he has a good three-pointer. He's got a lot of great stats, and this is a card that I'm going to want to grind for on my way to level 40 here in the NBA 2K23. Again, another one of those stats that we can kind of manipulate to make these total attributes a little bit more balanced. So for now, I will just roll with a 75, and we will change that when we need to. Free throw, we're gonna go with 80. We're gonna go with an 80 free throw, and his offensive consistency, I will put at an 80 as well. Again, another one of the stats we can just adjust if we need to. Last thing for Scottie Pippen, he wasn't really known for his slashing. I mean, of course, he's a point forward, so he's gonna be, you know, pretty good at slashing. The most important stat in this is going to be his driving dunk. I think they're going to give him a pretty soupy driving dunk, and I think that's going to be about at an 88, right? Draw a foul. What we're going to do, again, another one of those stats we can just manipulate. I'll just put it at a 70. Post moves, wasn't really known for his post moves as well, but it's a level 40 card, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, put it at like 75. Post hook, probably going to be a little bit lower at like 60. Same thing with the post fade. I think they give him a post fade of about a 78. Got hands. We can adjust these hands. You feel what I'm saying? We'll probably put those at a 80. Standing dunk. Since he can play the 4, I think they're gonna make his standing dunk pretty good at, we'll go 75. For a small forward, for someone that can play small forward, I think a 75 standing dunk is pretty good. And then for driving layup, we will go with an smooth 8. So we're at 3,013 points. Carmelo Anthony has about 130 points less than this Scottie Pippen. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of adjusting. We might have gassed him up a little too bit, but I'll be right back once we actually, you know, adjust his final stats. All right, so we're back with the final stats, man. Make sure to pause the video if you guys want to, you know, check out the full stats. If you guys, you know, feel differently about what Scottie Pippen should be, if I should, you know, if I made him too gassed, if, you know, he's not good enough, which I don't know if he's not good enough. I think he's a little too good, but I don't know, man. I don't know. If 2K23 has similar stats to 2K22, this card is going to be really, really good. But I think this is going to be a card that a lot of people are going to grind for if we see similar stats to this. I do think we see similar stats to this. You guys let me know down in the comment section below, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We will see you guys in the next video. Peace.